It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Belhaven Brewery and it's a bottle of their 90 Shilling Wee Heavy, coming in at 7.4% ABV. 330 milliliter bottle. Here's the bottle cap. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass then. Quick disclaimer, Belhaven did send me this beer, although this is a 100% independent beer review, regardless if the brewery sent me the beer or not. I'd just like to say that right now. We got a one finger, slightly off white head, good levels of carbonation. Got like a cherry red colour. Bottom of the glass. I'm seeing cherry red. You're probably seeing like a black colour. I'm looking at the camera, I can see black. That there, little spot of red, or ruby red, is the best example of what the whole beer looks like with my eyes looking at it. Quite clear. Let's get the aroma. And before I get the aroma, I'd like to say that these styles of beers, the wee heavies, your barley wines, they surprise you. They don't quite sound really fun and funky, but they genuinely surprise you as beers. So here we go, let's get the aroma. Oh, it's got this, I'm not sure if you can buy licorice toffee, but it's got like a licorice toffee. I really had to rack my brain then to piece together what I was smelling, but yeah, licorice toffee. Oh, and it smells a little earthy and a little like you want to grab a knife and fork out the drawer and slice it up. It seems like it's going to have a really big body on it. Cherry cola. Cherry cola. Didn't the Kinks make a song called Cherry Cola, Lola, something like that? Anyway, let's dive in. Cheers. Oh, I gotta put that down. Admittedly, I have heard about this beer, 90 Shilling Ale. It was Belhaven's, I think it's Belhaven's kind of like most, what's the word? It's what Belhaven Brewery are famous for, is this particular beer, and boy, it don't let you down. I try and go into a beer review open-minded, regardless of people saying, not that I look at Untapped, I don't look at Untapped or rate beer before I do beer reviews. I don't read the label, I go straight in, but I have heard word of mouth things about this beer over the years, over probably 5 years. So going into the beer review, I had heard of this beer, and it can kind of like almost, because you've heard of the beer and because you've heard good things, it puts you under a little bit of pressure to find what you're looking for in terms of the beer review. To be, that's my wording here, what I'm trying to say. So I just scrap all what I just said and say, Stone the Crows, it's a really good beer. Let's just cut to the chase. It is a really good beer. I do like it. I like the, it's January here in the UK. It's a bit horrible. It's a bit dark. It's a bit cold. And for this at 7.4% ABV, it's giving me a little bit of a hug from the inside. It's a little bit warming. Yeah, I do like that. I do like that, especially for this time of year. There is that kind of slight cherry cola touch. There's a touch of licorice. There's a touch of maybe some cinnamon and some spices. It's got a nice mouthfeel, but it's not too thick. It's not kind of like thick gravy. It's got a nice mouthfeel. It's quite drinkable for 7.4% ABV. It's got a nice malt base to it. Slightly biscuity, slightly bready. It's just nice. It's just a nice beer. It's just a well-made beer. A little bit of sweetness to begin with. It's nicely balanced. There's a little bit of hop bitterness on the back end that helps to balance the beer out between sweetness and bitterness. Yeah, it's I've given it a Stone the Crows to begin with. That was my initial reaction. It's just, it ticks a load of boxes. Yeah, I've got it. Let me put it down. It ticks a load of boxes without shouting from the rooftops. It's the man at work that just quietly gets on with his job and does things right. And you never hear him complaining, and he just gets on with things, and then he goes home and does what he does when he gets home. You know, he's just a reliable person who's kind of there all the time. No, that don't work, does it? That don't work either. Just a reliable guy. You know, you can go and grab him when you need to. Yeah? Does that sound okay? What did Belhaven say about this beer? Belhaven Wee Heavy is a classic strong Scotch ale showcasing the wonderful malted barley native to East Lothian. A rich, dense, complex beer with notes of dried fruit and candied peel. It's like Christmas cake in a glass, a personal favourite. George Howell, master brewer at Belhaven. Yeah, it's really good. It's a really good beer. I've covered what I've wanted to cover with the beer. I'm not going to go over myself. I'm just going to rate it. Original Scottish craft from 1719. I like this beer enough. I'll give it a Stone the Crows. That means it's more 8 or above. I'm going to go a solid 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Reload Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.